Good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about one of close to my heart's really great products called Waxy Flax. Waxy Flax is a waxed or a coated fiber that you can use on your paper projects. And the nice thing about it is that it tends to hold its shape, and it also doesn't fray, so it's really easy to work with. It comes in a variety of great colors, and you can use it on all kinds of projects. I'll just put those aside for a second. What I wanted to show you today was Waxy Flax spirals, but I'm just going to go through a few other items that I've used Waxy Flax on before. Because it doesn't fray, it's really nice to use for tying bows and that sort of thing. This particular layout, the right side of the layout, is from the new book called Magic, and this is the Magician's Choice layout. And this has a little mini album adhered to it, which is really awesome. However, this sort of thing can start to get thick. I had originally made this with a 3/8 of an inch ribbon tied in a bow, and the page thickness was almost a 1/2 inch, which just made it almost impossible to put in an album. So I replaced the regular ribbon with Waxy Flax. So it's nice and flat, it holds its shape, it doesn't fray, so I can untie this and tie it numerous times, and it'll always look great. Another thing that you can do with Waxy Flax is use it for tying your buttons. You can just put it through your buttonholes, or you can use it to tie a bow, which of course again holds its shape and stays put. You can use it to sew with. You can just use your piercing tool to pierce holes, and you don't even need a needle. You just push the Waxy Flax through and you can stitch in a line, or you can do cross stitches. On this particular card here, I've used it simply to tie a charm to my card. I just love how it turned out. It's a little bit stiff, and it keeps the charm in place. I've also used it to wrap around part of a card, in this case just like you would a ribbon, and I just put a knot in it, and I thought that was nice for a more masculine card. And on this card here, I've also used it for the strings of a kite or a balloon on a layout. I had a layout with balloons on it, but I've given it away, so I can't show it to you, and I can't seem to find the picture of it. The nice thing about that is if you've got balloons on your scrapbook page and you attach the Waxy Flax to it, and you can lay it down and shape it, and it actually will keep that shape when it's flat on the page. I created this card out of the new paper pack called Bliss, which I absolutely love, and I made these little Waxy Flax spirals. As you can see, I thought they added a nice touch to the card. Now, I just want to explain to you how I made those. So, if you take a piece of Waxy Flax, I use this pick. This is a little sort of a large toothpick that came with some of our rub-on packages. You can use anything, whatever size you want, to create the spiral that you want. So if you take your piece of Waxy Flax on its own, and excuse me, I'll move it towards the end, and just wrap it around something round. Okay, and then push it off. Excuse me. You'll create a spiral like this. Okay, just like that, it's fine. Unfortunately, it does keep its shape, but once you put it into a 3-dimensional shape, if you just start to push it around, you can see that it's going to start losing its spiral eventually. And I just have an example of that. This is a layout that I created about a winery that my husband and I visited, and I had used the brown Waxy Flax to get that effect of the grapevine, and these were spirals, but this page has been sitting in a page protector for almost a year, and you can see that the spirals have loosened, and eventually they'll go out, probably go out fairly straight. With this technique, your spiral, now again, this is just the spiral with just the Waxy Flax. This spiral is not going anywhere. And the secret to that is liquid glass. Liquid glass is another close to my heart product, which I absolutely love. It's an adhesive that dries clear, and once you glue something down with liquid glass, it's not going anywhere. I've actually fixed my kitchen countertop and a couple of other household items with this when nothing else would work. So what you do is you take a small container. I just happen to have these little dishes, but you could probably just put it on a piece of cardstock. You want to put, now depending on how many spirals you're going to make, you'll want to put as much as you need on your paper or in your little dish. And you're going to take, I'm just going to take this spiral that I made earlier, excuse me, and you're just going to dip it into the liquid glass and run it through so that it's coated. You could probably use a toothpick to help with that. Alright, so just run it through until you get liquid glass all over it. And then you just make your spiral the same way that you did, that I just showed you. Make sure that you leave a part on the end that doesn't have any liquid glass on it. So then you just lay your Waxy Flax like that, your coated Waxy Flax. All right, now this it's a little bit messy, so there we go. The nice thing is they all turn out differently. I would suggest that you have a piece of Scotch tape and something that you can hang this from, because it's going to take some time to dry. I just have the top of a Copic marker case here. So you just lay it down, tape it, and just let that dry. It takes some time to dry. You want it to get hard. So don't be tempted to touch it before it's ready. I'm not sure if this would be something you could do with a group of people, because as I said, I didn't time it the last time. Anyway, so you're going to get this spiral that is hard, just like the ones on my card. And these spirals have been on this card for about 3 weeks now, so they haven't really changed any shape, although they are still a little bit flexible. So that's Waxy Flax spirals. Thanks for joining me today.